So, I don't drink, I don't smoke, but I do call out bullshit when I see it. And this right here is such a messed up story for so many reasons. So, Shakari Richardson is an amazing sprinter. Now, she is lined up to run the 100-meter dash at the Tokyo Olympics, and apparently she tested positive for a very, very dangerous, scary drug. She tested positive for marijuana. Oh my goodness. That is absolutely insane. A drug that does not enhance performance, a drug that is going to be legal in the entire country of the US soon. It's already legal in most of our states. This drug that can be used as a medicine, this drug that is less dangerous than alcohol, she tested positive for it. She was not high. She was not high, but it was in her system because marijuana stays in your system for a long time. Now, since she smoked marijuana, which again, it's not dangerous, it's going to be legal all across the country. Um, because she smoked marijuana sometime in the past 30 days. Now she might not be able to run the 100-meter dash at the Olympics. Her only other chance to run is in the 4x100-meter relay. I don't think her team qualified yet. I don't know if she is technically on that yet, but they can substitute her in if she's not already. But she's amazing, and this is really upsetting. The history of why marijuana is even looked at as something bad stems from no facts at all whatsoever. It's all subjective impurity. Marijuana has been looked at as something of the devil. You know, the devil's lettuce. Marijuana came to the US from Mexican immigrants. And because it came from minority groups and it was used mostly by minority groups, it ended up getting stigmatized and lied about. So a lot of bigots in America decided to say that marijuana caused violence. There is no evidence of that. And at the same time, by the way, they ignored all the violence alcohol does cause. So they push weed under the rug for many, many years in the 1940s, 50s, 60s. Then we get to Nixon. Now, Nixon, after the Civil Rights Movement, needed a way to respond to the Civil Rights Act. He needed a way to keep like black people, people of color down, people in the cities down, a way to keep hippies down after the Civil Rights Movement. So that's when the war on drugs started. And they put marijuana, this harmless drug. Of course, everything is somewhat addictive. Phones, games, whatever. That's the only thing you can get from marijuana. There are some habit issues, but it doesn't. You don't get addicted psychoactively or physiologically. My bad. You don't get addicted physiologically. This drug, marijuana, was put into the same classification federally as heroin, as freaking heroin and crack cocaine. This harmless drug that they're now using as a medicine, that they're now using recreationally all across the country. And there are tests. People drive better when they're high versus when they're drunk. Drunk people are dangerous. Drunk people get violent. Drunk people drink poison and their bodies shut down. Getting high is a totally different thing. And I don't smoke or drink, but getting high, you can get paranoid. There's some issues with that. But like alcohol is literally a poison. So you can see how our society decides certain things are good and how our society decides certain things are bad. And for this instance, marijuana is known as bad even today because of racialized issues. It makes you violent because Mexican used it, blacks used it, and hippies used it. So one of the best Black American women sprinters of all time might not be able to run her event at the Olympics because of testing positive for this drug. And of course, we know what the war on drug did to the black community. So knowing the entire history of the war on drugs and marijuana and all that stuff, this story is even darker. This story is even worse. This is absolutely disgusting. And I hope something changes as a result of this because there is a lot of public outcry. I don't know, some type of protest might be in line, something to change what's happening here. The NBA, the NFL, the NHL, all these professional sports organizations in the U.S. I think even the MLS is being more is going to be better with these policies. They're loosening and they're relaxing their marijuana policies. The NBA doesn't even test anymore. Players can get high, and there is no issue with it. If players can bring champagne bottles into the locker room, why can't they get high after the game? So yeah, terrible thing here. Make sure you hop on, the Twitter hashtags. Give your take. Make sure you follow. This is not the account I want you to follow. The account I want you to follow, which I don't know how to get there, but I'll link it down below. Break the Cycle is gonna be my new little project here. I'm gonna do only like news, because I do a lot of like debate commentary on my other channel called Jola. So this channel is going to be strictly for news. So hit subscribe here, please. I'm getting the Facebook developed. I'm getting the Instagram developed. I'm getting the website developed. I'm putting a lot of work in. This background obviously looks terrible. It looks like a piece of paper. It is basically a piece of paper hanging here. So if you want to support the show that I'm trying to make, if you want me to get a better camera, for instance, and a better like actual studio, please consider becoming a Patreon or patron, whatever, for like $1. I'm gonna make $1 category down below, and if you do that, you can message me on there and bug me, and tell me what kind of perks you would want out of that. So thank you for watching.